You're listening to Jenny Cruz-Williams on Talk Radio 702. Your number one news and talk station. Call Jenny now on 011 883 0702.
All right, well, we are speaking about toys. We're chatting to Nikki Bush, and I'm surrounded by toys, but these are the toys that you will be interested in because Christmas is around the corner. And one of the most tiresome times in somebody's life is with a very, very long car journey with nothing to occupy the children. So, Nikki, maybe we can have a look at the toys that you are looking at in terms of being inside a car. So, I know that you said that there are a couple of toys for me because I am very childish. But let's have a look at some of the toys that you've got there, and we'll describe them as much as possible. So, I'll be doing the describing.
Okay, so shall we start with the toys for the big people?
Yes.
So this is called Word Around. It's a word game, and look how nice and compact it is. So these circular cards, and they've got 3 rings, and you've got to unscramble the letters. So what's in the black ring, Jenny?
What's in the black ring? Oh, well, IRA. I don't know. Mealy or something? MIEL.
I can't see it, so...
No, I don't know.
So anyway, that's all scrambled letters.
Yes.
And there are 3 words on each card. And the back of the card is a colour. So whatever the colour is on the back, that's the ring you play with next time.
Okay.
So lovely for older children, and for adults, and even nice for taking into a restaurant.
Yes, I would have said.
Because on holiday, that's when you tend to eat out. Okay, so how about this one? Story cubes. 9 little dice.
Someone gave this to me, and it is divine.
It's stunning. So 9 little dice with little pictures on, and you have to create a story out of those little pictures. So once upon a time, there was a big green fish that lived in a pond with a fountain, and along came a big jet, and blah, 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 and off we go.
Yes.
So creative storytelling. You know, we need to help our children to use their imaginations because creativity...
Because of television.
Yes, because television doesn't enable them to use original thought. And creativity will be one of the 5 key X factors for success in the future world of work, as you know from our book, Future Proof Your Child. So anything like that would be a good idea. This is stunning for a car journey. So this involves iPad technology.
So let me just describe it to you. So it's just a screen, but it's in the shape of a house.
It's in a container, okay, a case, an iPad case. You put your iPad in, obviously you download the software, and it's a doll's house. So you can go into 6 different rooms of the house, and oh dear, I think I've just switched it off. And in the house, you can even go into the garden. You can play on the seesaw, you can go down your slide, and here I am trying to be clever. Let's go back to the house. You can change the colour of your house, you can change the colour of the door, the shapes of the windows, you can move your flowers, you can change your flowers.
Using the right technology.
Using the right technology, yeah. So change the shape of the door, the style of the door, and then you go into different rooms. And
so it's incredibly
all fingers and toes here, but it goes into the bedroom, it goes into the kitchen. You can put your food in the microwave, you can put your food in the fridge, you can wash up, you can put toast in the toaster. I think any little one aged sort of 4 or 5 would absolutely adore this.
And who's probably already playing those sort of games, or playing sizing things up, sizing things down, moving things around with a finger on an iPad.
Absolutely. So this is, your iPad is in here.
Yes.
There's also an iFirehouse. So for the little boys, there's a little fire station where they can put out fires, where they can go down the fireman's pole, all sorts of things like that. So I think that is a nice use of technology.
Perfect, sitting in the back seat of the car.
Perfect, sitting in the back seat of the car. And this is also, I go for things that are nice and neatly packed and small for when we're out and about. This is called Batter Flash. So now, if we take 2 cards.
This is a set of cards. This is a card game,
52 cards, and they've got a jumble of pictures on them, nice little animated pictures, and you have to shout out what is the same. And if you are the first person who shouts out what's the same, you get the pair.
Okay.
So what's the same, Jen?
Oh, my goodness, I'm working. The pig.
The pig. And I would have said the cow, but if you said the pig first, you get it. Okay. But aren't these illustrations beautiful? These are French.
And very clear.
Lovely to take into a restaurant. Also, 2 kids sitting on the back seat of the car could play that as well. And this is divine. It's called, so that's Batter Flash that I was talking about.
Okay.
And that's 115 Rand. So not badly priced, beautiful quality. Mr. Boo is 150 Rand. Now this, these are glow-in-the-dark cards.
Oh, how
so you can
wonderful.
play Happy Families, you can play
So I
Sap,
can
you
see
can
a
play
bat and I can see
whatever. Yeah,
an owl.
cats, and they really do work. They
So
really
are these
glow
night
in the
animals,
dark.
or-
They're just
Pumpkins?
they're sort of Halloween-y.
Yes, they're
actually, very Halloween-y. So that is fun. Imagine
That's a
being,
stocking filler.
but imagine being on the back seat of the car and you're driving in the night. And you can play with this.
Yes.
I think that would be great fun. This is for the littlies. It's called the Caterpillar Connect, and it's from I Can Imagine. Look how weeny this tin is. And what we're doing is playing with a little dice, and we're building our caterpillar.
Oh, I
So we
see.
just take turns. This will be a little 10-minute game with a color dice where you throw red, you find a red piece of your caterpillar. You throw orange, you find an orange piece.
So it's
And
color recognition,
it's color recognition
and shape to a certain
shape
extent.
matching, and then of course a little bit of competition to see who can win it first. So you can see I look for things that will fit in mummy's handbag or in the nappy bag. Lucky sock dip is a bit of a hilarious game. Also a tiny little box, and we would have all these socks face up. There's sets of socks, stripy socks. So you've got blue and red and green stripes, and you've got orange and yellow and blue, and you've got all sorts of combinations. So these are all face up on the table. Each person takes one, and that's your sock basket. Then it's a race to see who can fill their basket first. I would have to find a card that matches at least one of my socks in my basket in order to take it. And it's like smash and grab. It is hilarious. It is so fast and so simple. There's only one rule. You have to find a matching sock. That's it, but it's a race. And I think parents today who are busy are looking for games that have few rules, are simple to play, simple enough that once you've played a few times, the kids can actually play without you, even
Yes.
because they've mastered the rules.
Yes.
But the wow factor of laughter is just something so special. And over the festive season, when you've got a bit more time, it's a wonderful time to have that connection where we belly laugh. And you know, when children play on technology, and technology can really be fabulous, they are engaged, they are focused, but I don't believe the level of happiness is the same as when you play something like Lucky Sock Dip.
I think you're quite right. And it's interactive.
And you're hysterical. You
it's
know,
lovely.
it's that real hysteria. So is that all the travel ones that you have?
There's the ones that you gave me.
Yep.
Now I have to have this. I have to have this demonstrated. So
Right.
this looks quite extraordinary. It is wonderfully colourful, and what it is, it's like a console, I suppose.
It's an orchestra.
There we go.
This has got 12 different woodwind, brass, percussion, keyboard, and string instruments that play 15 different songs, providing endless combinations. But it's a fascination toy. So I'm hoping that you'll be able to hear this when I switch it on. But it plays all these different tunes. And this is actually not my favorite tune. Let's see. Right. There we go. That's one everybody knows. And you've got these beautifully molded instruments. And as you put each one in the orchestra pit, it plays its own sound. Is it playing its own sound? No. But the tuba, they're all starting to play. You can put 6 now. You see, it's got many buttons. And when you take these off, and it's not coming out as strongly as I thought, I think I pressed the wrong button somewhere.
But essentially, what it's there you go.
Now, these should be playing their own little sound.
Well,
Now.
Nikki, I think you need a little degree to play this.
You do, but it's the kind of thing that you leave on your kitchen counter, and as you walk past, everybody fiddles.
Yes.
So, for example, the accordion will play its own sound. The piano will play its own sound. I didn't get it to do it quite that well now, but as you interchange your different instruments, you get a different sound. So the piano, the guitar, I mean, how beautifully molded are all these things? This is not cheap. This is a very, very beautifully crafted combination of real meets virtual, and it's about 1,300 Rand, and it's called B Symphony.
Okay. And it's
so
a battery
beautiful.
run, or
It is
or
battery
what?
run. It is battery run. So you would just put fresh batteries in when you need to. But just learning about the different instruments is just priceless.
And
Absolutely.
you would, because if you can get the sound of the piano or the sound of the accordion, and they're
Yes.
all there, or the sound of the cello. I don't know if that's a cello or a violin, but you'd learn it pretty damn quickly.
And,
Lovely.
and clients of mine who have bought it have said it has been the best thing, one of the best things they have ever bought. And the adults play with it as much as the children do. And we took it away on a holiday, and literally as people walk past, they just fiddle and faff with it. And they learn at the same time, which is great.
And this is another one that you're really, really interested in,
Okay.
in telling us about. It's Disney.
Right, we've got Disney and we've got Skylanders. These are the two big names in technology this Christmas. Skylanders has been around for about 3 years now, and they're coming out with their Swap Force range at the end of November. And essentially what they've done, and they pioneered this technology which Disney is now implementing in all of their stuff. But you have a portal of power. This links into Xbox, PlayStation, etc. And you put your figurines on the portal of power, they appear on your screen, and then they play the most amazing brain puzzles, challenges. This is not a dark game at all. Nobody dies.
Okay.
It's fun. They're even sort of bumbling, humorous characters. But the cleverness of this technology is something else. Skylanders is like the all-time biggest selling kids video game franchise ever. But Skylanders Swap Force is different because it comes with 16 different characters. In time, there will be 16. There will be 4 launched at the end of this month, 4 launched in December. And so this, you might have like a fire-based character and a water-based character, and you can swap the tops, heads and the tails. And the tails remember how the character moves, and the tops remember how they think and what their powers are. So you can get 250 different combinations out of 16 of these collectible items.
What sort of age group is that aimed at?
Well, overseas, it's aimed at between 5 and 7 years of age, and in our country it's definitely 9 to 13, 14 years of age. I have a 14-year-old and he thinks this is fabulous.
Yes.
Absolutely lovely. So this is big news. Skylanders really have opened up a whole new way to play, to bring toys to life on a screen. Disney Infinity has just been launched, where they also have a portal,
yes.
and you put your different characters on, and you can take Jack Sparrow to play in Monsters University. You can take The Incredibles to play with Jack Sparrow, and you can almost create your own movie scenes with this. And the technology in all of these is Toy Story Pixar quality, so it's very high definition. Amazing stuff.
So we are chatting to Nikki Bush. If you've got any questions, because you are at a slight disadvantage in the sense that I can see the games, but I think that we're doing our best to describe them to you, and we are taking the odd photograph. But give us a call. The number to dial is 883-0702.
The Midday Report.
Since a critic listening to this might say that it's strange that a party as powerful as the ANC can be shaken by one T-shirt.
No, we are not shaken by the T-shirt, but we are shaken because we are very jealous about this country. Some of us, we don't have another country or a second country. So it's very important to protect social cohesion.
Stephen Crutus, The Midday Report. Weekdays at noon. Only on Talk Radio 702. Talk Radio. Your number one news and talk station.
What does to prosper mean to you with Absa Awards?
It's knowing that the cash I get back from buying fuel for my road trip will get me those cute shoes I've had my eye on.
It means paying for cooking lessons with the cash I get back from buying groceries.
It's having what I spend at the pharmacy pay for another movie for my collection.
As an Absa Rewards member who's been swiping your Absa card, it's now time to reap your cash rewards and spend on anything you want. To redeem your cash rewards, visit Absa online or call 0861 78 8888. Absa, member of Barclays, an authorized financial services and registered credit provider.
Like all central banks around the world, enhancing the features of banknotes takes place continuously. So in addition to the unique features already on the current Mandela banknotes, we've added little dots that appear on the front and on the back. While this new feature will appear on banknotes going forward, all current Mandela and Big 5 banknotes remain valid and will continue to co-circulate. Remember, when checking for the security features, the easy way is to look, feel and tilt. The South African banknotes, they're truly one of a kind.
Okay, thanks for your help, Dave. Cheers.
Which Dave was that?
It was Dave, the managing director from Digit Vehicle Tracking, helping me with a fleet management query.
Oh, is he a personal friend of yours?
It sure feels like he is. As each branch is independently owned, you know their names and they know yours. I get the service I deserve and need to take care of my fleet. Digit Vehicle Tracking. We know your name and where your vehicle is.
Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band live in concert. 1st February 2014 at FNB Stadium. Bruce Springsteen live with the classics. Tickets go on sale 30th October from Big Concerts and CompuTicket. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band live with Talk Radio 702. Another big concerts experience.
So get in line, speak your mind. Won't you join the conversation?
Talk Radio 702.
Remember to give us a call. The number to dial is 883-0702 if you've got any questions. Let's go to Mike in Pretoria. Hi there, Mike.
Hi, Jenny. Just a question for Nikki. Is the Nintendo Swap Force Skylanders game, will it be able to be used on a Nintendo DS platform? That's the portable Nintendo that the kids use.
Mike, I think it can be. I stand to be corrected. I've got so much information in my head right now, but I think it can be. Skylanders is available on all platforms, but I think your play experience, if I can recall, because I actually went to the launch in Nuremberg, the play experience on your Xbox and your PlayStation is going to be far superior. I think I think there are limits to what you can do on the smaller platforms.
Okay, so we're in for the high jump on an Xbox and a PlayStation as well.
Yeah, and you can play on your cell phone as well, if I recall.
But please don't tell the kids that.
but I heard a rumor the other day that what's on its way out? What have we got? PlayStation?
PlayStation 4.
PlayStation's here to stay. There's another one that's on its way out. But anyway, let me not put my foot in it.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Nikki. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Mike. Lines open 883-0702. It's time to get a little thing in before we go to news. So, Nikki, what are we looking at now?
Okay, right. Shall we go back to that little teapot over there?
Yes,
because if we talk about a real toy, this would be your toddler preschool toy. It's a stunning little teapot, and it's from Alex Toys, and it is a shape sorter. The teacups are shapes, and they go into the holes. Sorry, it's from Tolo, not Alex. They go into the holes of the teapot, and then if you wanted to use it for fantasy play, because children love to have tea parties, and my nephew, who's nearly 3, just absolutely adores this. You put that see-through beaker into the teapot, and you fill it with water, and then they can use it for fantasy play for having their tea party. So that takes them into, put it in, take it out. It's fine motor coordination, it's color matching, it's shape matching, as well as the dexterity and the fantasy play involved with making tea.
And you better make sure that they're wearing disposable nappies or something?
Oh, you just put them outside in summer with nothing on. It's fine. So that for 230 Rand, that is one of those classic toys that does a whole heap of things.
And it'll last forever.
You'll keep it for your grandchildren.
Okay, that's lovely.
Then for some family fun, we've got something here called Wobbly.
Yes, now I'm very intrigued by this. Just try and explain it.
All right, so Wobbly has got layers and layers of little balls that sit on individual platforms.
So it goes up like a tower block.
Like a tower block, okay. And it wobbles like hell. And you have little sticks, like pool cubes almost, and you use the same action. There's a color dice, so if you threw a blue in your turn, you would have to use your little pool cue and punch one of those little balls into the center of this tower. And of course, the dice goes around in the circle, and eventually there aren't enough of those balls, and the whole thing falls over. A little bit like Jenga. And we've seen various variations of Jenga. Now we've got Jenga Boom that's coming out for Christmas, and this is about 330 Rand. And Jenga Boom, you build on this platform, you build your tower, and with Jenga you pull out your blocks of wood, and eventually it falls down. But with this one, you've actually got a timer, so it looks like explosives, and you actually go against the clock. And if the timer goes off before you finish your game, the whole thing falls over. And of course, it's that sort of element of
Hilarity.
That I think is such fun when you're playing family games, when you're having quality time together. So you can hear that little explosive device about to go bang.
Yes, okay. I mean, that looks, I would say that's 8 to 10, somewhere around there.
Oh, these games all the way through to adult. So we're very much looking here at 7, 8 plus, all the way through to adult. And then Pix Mix is something very, very different. So Pix Mix, you can play 4 players. We can take away this ticking time bomb now, Josh, thanks. Pix Mix, you put in these little see-through pictures, 4 pictures in this little envelope that has a window, and then I would give my envelope to you and you'd give your envelope to me, and we would race against the clock to try and discover what these 4 pictures were. Jen, can you tell me what pictures that are in my layered? It's a layered picture.
There's
there
a lock.
4 on top of each other.
There's a lock. I mean, that is actually quite difficult. There's definitely a lock waiting for a key. It looks like a desert island palm tree.
A palm tree, yes, you're right.
I am not sure what the others are at this moment. You tell me.
So I think you've got cowboy boots there, and you've actually got a
really?
horseshoe. Can you see them?
Cowboy boots.
So here we're figuring.
I can see the horseshoe.
Yeah, this is problem solving, and it's thinking outside of the box. What could this be? Because we've got layer upon layer of pictures, and we have to discover what they are. That is really a fun game. It's addictive. Then this for travel is Filo. It is Italian. It's 300 Rand. It's light. Imagine if you're going on an aeroplane, for example. And it's got this rubber mat on the top. And then it has all these pictures.
Oh, yes.
And it has... excuse me, got a frog in my throat.
Yes,
there we
too.
go.
There we go.
That's what I was looking for.
There we go. All right, so these are cards, and they're the cards.
Pattern cards.
Yes, pattern cards.
And you're lacing. And you're lacing with this little pen-like contraption that is hollow. So you thread your lace through the pen, and you literally push it through these little rubberized holes that grip the lace. And so you're actually planning your movements, and look how I'm pushing this little pen-like contraption. This is the way I would hold a pen or a pencil. So I am practicing my grip for writing. I'm being creative at the same time. In a way, it's like colouring in. It's also a bit like sewing. So it's a combination, and it's got the most beautiful feel. Just have a feel with the resistance of the rubber. It's a different feel. You would never get that on a computer.
Yeah,
you could
think
not
it's
feel
paper.
that. And then to unravel that, you just pull the lace and everything comes out. So there's no knotting, there's no cutting. And you can do some very seriously difficult pictures. It's mathematical too, because you actually have to plan that you're going to go 2 to the left and 5 to the right and plot your journey with your lace. So it comes with tons of laces, lots of pattern cards, a whole booklet, and they can get really, really difficult. I bought this for my Christmas present. I first saw it years ago because I just love the feel of it. But now I'm so pleased to see it's back in the country because that is a classic, brilliant product that every family should have.
All right, a little bit more coming on after the news, and we'll answer your question, where can we get more info on the toys we're talking about? That'll come after the